Alright, hey everyone. I just really wanted to do this stream to reflect on my feelings of Donkey Kong Bananza because I really love this game, and I just didn't want to stream it because I was worried that people would try to spoil some good moments. And hello, Collectathon fan. I'm gonna give you guys a quick, quickly, I'll give a quick spoiler-free thoughts on the game before I get into my real feelings. It's absolutely worth it. It doesn't matter if you've never played a Rare game before or not, never played a Donkey Kong game. If you like it's just a very good game. The movement is fun. The story is great. There's some great twists and turns. I think this is absolutely something that I hope and pray that becomes one of the Twitch's 2's top sellers. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I have to say about that. So if you're here and I am just gonna warn you now, we're immediately going to be going into spoilers. So I very recommend people who have not played through the game yet to leave, to not watch this for your own safety. This is something you want to experience without spoilers. I very highly recommend you don't watch the stream if you don't want to be spoiled, or watch this video or whatever, because I'm gonna try to make sure it's, properly put on YouTube and stuff. I mean, it is streaming on YouTube, but yeah, I that's not great. I'm sorry to hear they got spoiled. But yeah, this is your final warning. So yep, let's just jump right into this. Yeah, for reference, I 100% of the game, did everything in it, and got 100% max bananas, max stats, all the songs. I think to start off, we're gonna start by addressing the elephant in the room. The transformations, of course. I really enjoy the transformations. I think they're a really cool addition to add some variety. Gameplay-wise, I just really love them. For those who don't know, I mean, each transformation has a different power. This one, with Elephant, you can suck. Kong is you're just stronger, and you can do that. Zebra, I mean, I honestly think Zebra's like one of the worst ones. It is faster, but like also the Zebra charge is really annoying to control. It's one of those things when you do that, you just control worse. Ostrich, you can fly and drop poop eggs. And Snake, I mean, Snake's so decent. It gives you a higher jump. It's just, if you have to use Snake, I'll get more into that later, but like if you have to only use Snake, it's kind of annoying to walk around, but usually that's not an issue. Also, there is the music that you aren't hearing. Let me reload the save data. I will get more into this layer in a bit, or later on, but this is like my favorite layer in the game. Most likely. You don't want to touch the Switch 2. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, if you might hear, there are different transformations music for each. Oh my god. I'm trying to get over there. There are different transformation songs for each transformation. Zebra has one. Also, really cute to note, like, these guys are singing along with the music, too. They weren't before because they put on the music, but I will get more into my feelings in this later. But yeah, that's my opinion on the transformations. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I do have a complaint about the transformation. My only thing is that I just think the design-wise, these are not, like, these don't scream DK to me. And what I mean by that is, like, if someone were just looking at this without any context, Well, okay, that one obviously, like, if you look at these, like, this doesn't look like DK, like, enough for me to be like, if I were, like, I just saw this without any context, I would not see DK in here. And the same goes for, like, this one. I think character design ways, they could have done a little bit more to distinguish this between, or didn't make it more obvious that this is Donkey Kong. I mean, same for all the others. I mean, the one you can make the most argument about is obviously the Kong, but, like, you know, that's Donkey Kong. Like, I mean, that's just a Kong. And I mean, I think the idea was, like, the chest was supposed to be, like, the one that distinguishes Donkey Kong, but that's not, like, one of DK's main defining features. Like, when I think about, like, how Mario and Kirby transform and stuff, even in, like, their most backward, like, even in, like, when you get to the most, like, egregious transformations, like, maybe in Odyssey, like, if you change the I think the problem is just because, like, when you change the costumes, like, one of DK's most defining features, the tie, is just not recognizable. Like, I'm not wearing the Donkey Kong tie right now. But I think there could have been a little more, like, maybe the facial features could have been a little more Scream DK. I don't know how it would work, but it's just, it's a little too too deviant. Like, I was, like, gonna say, like, when you think about, like, Donkey, Kirby, and Mario, when they transform, there's usually something there. Like, Mario, he had, usually in the transformations in Odyssey, if I remember correctly, he has, like, a mustache or the nose. And that's pretty defining for Donkey Kong, or, for Mario. And same with Kirby. I mean, Kirby's usually just has the eyes and he's pink. Yeah, I've heard people say, wasn't Rhino, there was another one that was, like, very, a huge missed opportunity. Oh, Donkey. They were saying, like, oh, they should have just, it was such a huge missed opportunity to not use a donkey, considering his name is literally Donkey Kong, but that might have been intentional, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, other than character design, and also Zebra Dash, I think that these are really fun to use. Alright. Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna get to the actual moment that I know people would want to watch. Let me pull up that moment, and I think anyone who knows anything about this game will know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna show my reactions. I did record my reactions, even though I wasn't streaming the game. Also, I think the music might have been duplicating. I'm sorry about that. It's whatever. I forgot. I don't usually have desktop audio playing. So give me 1 minute to put that on screen. Believe it or not, this is not. This is a different, like, this is the video. So let me play it. I might do some commentary between, but what the fuck? Give me a sec. Can you guys hear my voice? There I am. So, I'm just recording. This is the recording, by the way. Actually, so, I'm just recording this because, actually, is my audio even working? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just recording this because, or in case, so I'm right at the end of the game, and I want to see if I was not at the end of the game. Just letting you guys know, I thought I was at the end of the game. There seems to be hinting at a big plot twist in Bananza. And I have a feeling I might know what it is, and I'm hoping it is what it is, but I wanted to record my reaction, in case. If I don't end up putting this video out that, well, I didn't get a good reaction, I guess. But I wanted to do it in case, so. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna be skipping through some of this, by the way, because like some of this is definitely. Audio balance is fine, because if not, well, shit. Some of this is not worth watching reaction-wise. Also, I like died to Oh, never mind. Yeah, because there's a lot of dicking around I was doing. Wait, I just noticed about that. That is not. Oh my god, I think I know what this is. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looks pretty familiar. Okay, so like during this boss fight, I like died a bunch of times. Wait, what was I saying there? Oh, yeah, because they were, like, saying... I thought she was gonna sing anyways, but... Oh, never mind. Do I have to just not use my power? This is me failing. I could just, like, go strip state. I have, like, times written down of what I wanted to show, but I really want to also skip through. Oh, I have to... What? Okay. But yeah, this is the Void Kong fight when you beat... And it's actually pretty hard, especially without powers. Yeah, that was also it. I thought this was like the end, so like I wanted to finish the game with the original outfits. So that was also adding to the difficulty. I also ended up doing like a safety backup cloud save, and it not that it really helped or made a difference because I ended up beating him this time. It was like 1830 I wanted to skip to in the video. Oh man, Sonic 06ified. That... Also, one thing I want to point out, and it's been really funny throughout the entire playthrough, is that she says Donkey Kong's initials, DK, as decay. Like, it sounds like she's saying decay, like... I might end up making a joke animation about that, because it's just... it was just something that kept standing out to me, and it was really funny. I guess you could say DK really decayed. Actually, he didn't, because he's trapped, but, like, whatever. But yeah, they have these things where you can do, like, hold the buttons down. I mean, I guess I'm talking like nobody's playing this, but this is literally geared to people who are watching spoilers, so... Okay, we're gonna skip a little. Where in the video did I want to skip to? 2110. Okay, that's fine. I will get into that later, my feelings with the chronological. But I do have a lot of thoughts on it. Oh, let's fucking go! Yes! I knew it! Oh, I'm so fucking happy, dude. I'm like actually almost crying, dude. It wasn't almost. I knew it. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy, dude. Oh.
That crocodile is after the Bananza root too? Hurry, TK.
Where did this fucking idiot go? Not obviously not cruel. If it wasn't clear who I was referring to there, it was Void Kong. Like, where did he go?
We finally get to the Bananza root, but it's not even the Bananza root. It's some kind of crocodile monster instead. He said his name was K.
Sorry if you keep seeing YouTube, like, chat, or the, whatever it's called, pop up, by the way. I keep, like, checking to check the time. The YouTube timeline thing, the player, video player. Alright, we're gonna skip a little bit. Right here. Oh man, I am so fucking happy right now. I have quite a lot of reactions to more than just the K. Rool reveal that I want to show off. Like, I have a lot. I, like, wrote down a whole list. I don't know if I'm going to bother going through all of them, but... I mean, I probably will. This is a whole ass. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot more than it's giving up. I can already tell right now. $54. Oh shit. Oh, I know what happened to the curl. I was fighting the Kremlings the whole fucking time, dude. Get me up. Oh my god. I was trying to get the disc and I failed. Okay. 2815. Good enough. Yeah, I was really happy about the Kremlings at first, but then I noticed the sounds they were making. One of the sounds they were making. Kremlings were just undead. Those skeletons were just undead Kremlings. That's so fucking cool. I think I said that already, but I don't care. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that yet, because I thought this was the part. Whatever. Wait, no, I need to... They're making the sounds. Oh, they made this. I'm sorry. I get that sound is so nostalgic. I don't even know how to describe it. Can I get a in the chat, please? Something I kind of wish I actually streamed, but I was too afraid to because there was no way someone was gonna try to spoil the shit. I will. Oh, I see. They're all. I will say, from what I've seen, heard, watching streams, people have been actually really good about not spoiling things for this game. But I mean, obviously that's anecdotal, and it's still like a type of thing I did not want a chance. So. Oh, whoop, I was not paying attention. I think they're just throwing back, so I can probably take the hit and probably not. I don't know. Okay, let's skip through. It was like 40. Oh, for God's sakes. It's being frozen. It was like 41 minutes in the next part. Yeah, by the way, that Soggy Kravit is extremely broken, especially when you level it up. Like just being able to walk on lava is so busted. I mean, it's obviously good that it was an endgame item, but it made collecting some bananas a lot easier that I missed out on the first go around of the levels. Also, around here, I'm looking at one of my chats from one of my friends was posting, and then it hits me when they reveal this fossil right here. Tell me about it or hint at it, because I didn't click in my mind. Wait, is that the fucking robot? Let me play that again. Wait, is that the fucking robot from... It was. Wait, what? Alright. I'm gonna skip ahead a little. I was also realizing all the enemies in the game, or at least most of them. Where is it going? 57, 27. At least most of them, were are like actually Kremling, were actually undead Kremlings the whole time, not just the critters, but like, actually I think I said that, like, realized that even earlier, but like just seeing them and hearing them.
Oh, they are. Oh, those are supposed to be clat. Oh, they are.
Surprisingly didn't have much of a vocal reaction to the Neckies, although I was really excited. That's when I got excited. And the Neckies were like in the previous area right before this. Alright, so there's actually 2 videos I recorded, because like after a while I'm just like, I was like going through and I noticed that I wasn't really saying much or had much commentary, so like I ended up stopping the recording until like I got to the final boss.
It made me record if I feel like they want things.
Yeah. I'm even saying that here.
Oh wow, there is a lot. Okay, I'm gonna just stop recording and maybe record if I feel like they want it to the end. I don't know why I recorded for this long. That's probably like 23 minutes in.
I don't know what I was saying there. I didn't feel like watching it through. Alright. Here's the other video. I will be right back. I guess I'll just let this play out. I didn't have my mic on. I forgot to turn it off, but like, give me 1 sec.
Let's get that banana fruit back.
Okay, sorry about that. As I was saying earlier, I didn't have my mic on for this part. I forgot to turn it off until like 5 minutes in, but Yeah, let me... Where did I want to skip off to? Holy fuck. Oh yeah, not until 6 minutes. Give me an... Alright, because yeah, I mean, I beat the boss. Obviously, like, thinking that this was like the final boss here a little bit. Let's see. Alright. Probably skip. Yeah, I think at this point though I was like starting to... Sorry.
I'm pretty sure if that guy's here, that's not actually the end.
Yeah. What I said. Okay. Give me 1 second.
You ready? Home. I want to go home. Oh, great banana root. Please grant our wishes.
Sorry about that. Okay. Just had the most insane timing for a weird happening stance. Also, I've already been going for like 40 minutes. And I've even gotten past like the reaction part because I still have more I want to talk about.
Where is it taking us?
I forgot. Okay, I think this is what my thing was. Oh, I did want to show. Whoops.
Wait, are we going to DKL? Please tell me we're going to DKL.
We didn't, unfortunately.
That'd be so fucking awesome.
But there is a nice surprise upcoming for where we went. I will be real honest with this. I actually thought I didn't see what was coming. It didn't sound like it, but I definitely did not see what was coming next. Like, for a second, it just, like, actually fooled me.
Oh. Oh, let's go. They did it. The thing. This is such a fucking good game. Oh my god. Nice to it. I actually kind of want to see him do more.
This is so fucking peak, dude. Just look at all his attacks that he does. Like, I was just, like, watching at this point, because I wanted to see what he would do. And it's not like you need to really do anything. At least I don't think. I don't think it makes a difference. Maybe it, like, makes it faster, but I wasn't sure. Like, this whole ending of the game was just, like, it has to be, like, one of the best endings of any video game I've ever played. It's so well made. Like, it just, oh man, it's just, like, it's so good. It's peak. I'm bad at describing things right now, but, like, it's fucking amazing. Dude, I was, like, straight up crying at this point. Like, this entire last hour of the game, like, 2 hours of the game, like, I was, no exaggeration, teetering on the edge of, like, between crying and just, like, on the verge of crying. Because it was just so, like, emotionally...
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
It was just such a good emotional experience. Oops, sorry.
The Bananza root!
Oh shit! Oh my god! Straight up murdering thousands of people here. That's just gold. It's still, holy fuck! Just straight up Sonic Adventure right now. All's well that ends out.
Honestly, I'm surprised I'm like the only of all the reactions I've seen, I feel like I was the only one who made that connection.
This.
Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, one thing I didn't even notice
Oh, okay, right.
is that like if you listen to the voices like to the music here while they're transformed, you'll hear Pauline just like shout, like do a shout, like like special singing, like she'll sing like the transformation you're in, and it's like specially tuned to the music. Also, this is also like something I didn't even realize, and I had to look this up just to find out. But apparently, this is a remix of Aquatic Ambience from the first Donkey Kong Country, and just knowing that just adds. It's so cool that they managed to turn the music like into this, like the complete genre shift. Okay, I'm not gonna show this whole thing, but I'm gonna go skip around to 1830. Okay. I'm surprised I didn't even notice. I don't think I noticed it at first. So that was the boxing ring, or didn't make the connection for the boxing ring, at least for a while.
Oh, let's fucking go! No way!
Or maybe I did, and I just like didn't want to assume at first. I had a pretty stupid reaction here. I don't know why my mind jumped to this, but like for some reason I thought this was like a reference to the cartoon. I don't know. Like, I just feel kind of weird. I guess I thought it was like a quote to one of the songs. Like, I don't know.
Was that a reference to the cartoon?
Alright, also I ended up dying. So like this ended up like being not taken till like another like 20 minutes. Or 10, 15 minutes. 20. Yeah, about 10, 15. I forgot why exactly I wanted to show this part. Wait, was I even the right time? No, I wasn't. A minute off.
Fuck, dude. So close.
Yeah, this was a really tough final boss, but it was a really just satisfying. Like, I think like the fact, like, I've seen people complain that the final boss was too long or too hard, but I think the fact that it was just made it so much better, because it basically made it clear how much more of a threat K. Rool was. And, I mean, it just was cinematically really well made and all that. I was just like... I don't think there's really anything else much from this video. Also, right here, they showed this in, like, one of the reveal trailers or something, which is funny to think about. Like, that was literally the last scene before the actual credits. Alright. That's all I wanted to show there. I mean, there are some other things, like, I ended up fucking around, like, after the credits, you ended up getting pushed, instead of going straight to the start menu, they just push you back into... Also, I guess right here, show this. She has shoes, finally. Yeah, and then, like, you get Pauline back and etc. at post-game. But, yeah, that's all I wanted to show off. It took a lot longer to show all that recorded footage than I expected, actually. But there's still more I want to talk about. Let me see. Yeah, I guess my thoughts, like, I think, like I was saying, I think this is, like, one of the best endings of any video game I've ever played. Maybe there's recency bias involved, but I don't know. I still think that was, like, peak in so many ways. As far as, like, other things I wanted to talk about, I mean, I think the only thing is, like, obviously there was a post game where you're supposed to, like, I can show it here. Like, you can see up there, like, you were supposed to basically what you had to do was go back to the elders, and because Pauline needs inspiration for her song, so you go back to the elders to do harder training. And I'll be real, I mean, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but I didn't really, there were some of these that I just really didn't enjoy. Especially, like, the zebra and the snake. Kong was okay, it was kind of a little boring. I don't remember hating. I think I actually liked the elephant quite a lot. The ostrich was pretty fun because you could just, like, go anywhere. But the problem with the zebras was because you basically needed to use the zebra dash, because you had to basically, like, it was basically like you had to do a certain amount of things in a certain amount of under 60 seconds, and if you did it with 20 seconds left in the timer, you got another banana. So that's where it got kind of really annoying. And then the snake, I mean, the snake's problem is what I was saying, like, earlier when I was talking about the transformations. This isn't normally a problem with the snake, but, like, considering you have, in these rehearsals, you have to stay as the transformed character the entire playthrough. And there's like 5 sections for each rehearsal. So, like, you have to run around as a snake, and it's so much slower. Also, I want to talk about, like, some of the cool things. Like, I was talking about how much I love this place. Like, there's so much care in so many places. Also, I really just love the Fractones in general. I think they're just extremely well, like, they're very cute, and they're really funny. They just feel like classic Rare characters. But, like, there's so many little things I love about them. Like, when I change the song, you can hear them singing. Based on what song they're hearing. These things are called the overtones. And I love it. And when you can hear this song as the transformation's going on, like, you can hear them, like, changing their singing too, which I think is a really cute touch. As long as you don't change the song on the disc tray beforehand. And I love how, like, they give the characters, like, so much animation. Like, there's so many different types of animation. Like, you can see that each transformation has their own stupid little dance animation. Like, it's just so good. Also, one thing, like, there's so many, like, little things that I didn't even know, like, a lot of people won't even notice. Like, actually, right here is one. I didn't even notice until I saw someone stumble in this on stream, when I was watching the stream. Like, this is just a so a lot of these places have ruins and stuff you can jump into, and then some of them are just, like, bonuses. Like, this is just a bonus when it's gold, so, like, I could do this at any time I want, and you don't unlock anything from it, but, like, you get a bunch of money. And you do, like, every 30 seconds, it's, like, a random one, depending on where you are, like, which one you're going. But, like, this one, you just use a minecart to throw gold. All of them are just, like, gold collecting. There's at least, like, I think 4 or so variants. And, like, you get to keep all the gold after. Another one thing about Postgame that I didn't mind it too much, but I found it a little annoying. But, like, I can imagine a lot of people did find it annoying, and I get it. Is that, like, you have to collect a lot of gold to get all the bananas. And actually, I will go to where that is. Let's see. How do I get back to... Not on the right side. I guess I'll go straight to Ingot Island to show you guys. I could just warp, by the way. They do have a way you can just warp. But, like, I don't want to do that. Oh, did I jump too low? Okay, whatever. Here we go. I'll go back to the groove later in a bit, but I just want to, like, show some of this. Oh, no. But there are, like... There's quite a lot of levels. I will say most of these I did love. The only ones I could say I'm probably not a fan of... Honestly, I think the only one I would say debating on whether I'm a fan of is this one. And it's surprising because, like, I usually love ice levels, but there was something about this that got a little bit annoying. Because you had to rely on the zebra so much, and then there's also lava, a lot of lava in it at the same time, because it's like one of those ice lava combinations. This is like the starting area, and you actually don't get to go back here after the first, like, once you leave this area, you can't really go back until, like, the end of after you beat the main game. Also, about the Fractones, I just, like I was saying, like, they feel like such rarer characters. Like, the people who made this game had to have been, like, huge, like, Donkey Kong Country, or, like, in, like, 64, and just rare fans in general. Like, they just, the way they are, their eyes, they're goofy. Like, there's something about the way they talk is just, like, so funny. Like, they sing a lot. There's just, like, some hilarious dialogue. Like, I'd have to find some. I guess one little complaint I have, I could probably go more into my, like, minor complaints later, but, like, this is, like, kind of a bad game for my ADHD, because you have to, like, clap a bunch of times or, like, things will get left around, and, like, they're not that many, obviously they're not that many, like, stuff, like, in the end, like, I'm not gonna lose sleep, like, a lot of, like, even during when I was playing the game, it's not like I was gonna lose out on much by not collecting, like, that 5 gem, but being OCD, ADHD, whatever, it just, like, really got to me. Also, you got warp points everywhere. You got getaways, too, which are really cool. You sleep in them the first time. Each one has their unique dialogue where you talk to Pauline. Pauline talks to you about stuff.
Should we
Or, sorry, I'm not teleport. You teleport. Forgot. But here, when you come here, like, this isn't even here. You have to pay him 120,000 gold gems in order to get this whole thing built. And if you're trying to 100%, you have, or even just like get all bananas at least, you have to do it because like you have like there's like 2 bananas locked here. Sorry, I was like actually, come on. But yeah, you get this giant ass statue of Dekok. I hate that it just arbitrarily just doesn't. Sometimes like this will let me just zoom in and out, and sometimes it won't. But whatever. Like that's Donkey Kong. There's also battle challenges here too that you have to pay like additional like I think it was like 30,000 gems combined for these. And they do have like quite a bit of like bananas in them. There are like 777 bananas total. Granted, some of these are counted as banana bunches, like that one is. Like these are. Like there's 5 and 3 bananas, but yeah, you get like a bunch of stuff from them. A lot of bananas from them. And yeah, you gotta, like basically you have, in order to level everything up here, you have to like get 1,000 bananas. All the bananas in game, they add up to like only like if you counting, well actually, sorry, the 777 doesn't actually count bunches. It just counts the amount of banana, like the list here. It doesn't count if like, it doesn't take into account like some of them are in bunches. So like, I think it was like 800 or 900 you get in total just from all these. And then there's the chip exchange stuff. Alright. Where like you can buy more than once here. I bought everything, but like I had to you basically need to buy like, in order to get 1,000, you need to buy like 300 or 200 or 300 of them or so. So they're like, it was a bit of a grind because you can't just buy them gold. You need bananium chips. Oh yeah, this is the hide and seek thing. Those I would say were probably like some of the worst things. Bananas. Let's see. I'm gonna show off the pictures I made. Like, I took a lot of pictures. Like, if I go to the filter, these are the pictures I've taken on the Switch 2. This doesn't count, like, the stuff I've taken on the Switch 1. There are 262 pictures in this album right now. 178 of them are from Bananza. There's quite a lot of videos, too. Like, I just really got really happy. Like, they like, there's a lot of cool things. Like, they will sing, and you can barely hear them sing. Also, Cranky Kong's here. There's, like, Cranky Kong, Diddy, Dixie. I don't know. I just find them so adorable. Also, I was, like, trying to take pictures, like, because I wanted to use at least one of the exclamation point or question marks for the VOD, like, as the thumbnail. But yeah, this is, like, me just, like, gouging at everything. Oh, yeah, he just, like, when you connect one of the bananas and, like, this guy just says, "Oh, banana." And also, like, the Fractones just have, like, different personalities in general, depending on the level. Some of them have, like, or at least 2 of them, they have different personalities. Like, the thing is, like, for the last area, the last area, like, the cannon's core, or not the cannon's core, sorry, the core, Bananium core, what was I literally just saw the stage's name, like, 5 seconds ago, and I already forget. Also, there is an option if I want to, like, go back to, like, the very beginning of the game, like, the way this area was before I first went through it. Oh, I guess another stage I just didn't care for was the land. I mean, the landfill was okay. I don't think it was as bad as people making it, but it was definitely a little, not the greatest. Planet Core, there we go. But, like, the deal with the people in the Planet Core is they haven't talked in so long, because they haven't, like, really had anyone to talk to because one, barely anyone goes down there, and two, like, they're also were trapped because K. Rool is blocking them. So like their speech is like really stagnant. But I also just really love their sound effects, like, because they're basically talking about all the Kremlings that are there. Oh yeah, one thing is, like, when you first go through this shop, this area, there's this clothing shop, because, like, you can buy clothes. It doesn't have everything, because they even tell you this, but when you come back, he even gives a little adorable messages saying, oh, we have clothes for you. And I mean, I've actually been wearing one. It's, you get the ladies dress, the arcade dress. These are both I don't know what this is a reference to. Maybe like something from the Game & Watch gallery, if I had to guess, or in Donkey Kong 94. I think there's like something that looks sort of similar, but I think that's a stretch to even say. But like, you can get, like, these two are a very clear reference to the Donkey Kong arcade game. The red dress specifically, I just like teleported over to the thing. The red dress specifically is a reference to how she looked on the like on the what do they call it? The it's a reference to how she looks on the, like, arcade cabinet, and well, this is what she looks like in game, in the Donkey Kong game, arcade game. But there's like a lot of different outfits you can get, and this is like the original, but like it doesn't really have a good ability, so I haven't really used it much unless I just wanted to. And I like these outfits are like functionally they're pretty cool, obviously, but like once you get to the end of the game, like, or past the credits, like there's no reason to use those over this. There's also the gold mine gear you get after beating the game, which is really useful for completing the game, like getting a bunch of gold. There's also this. I mean, this is an amiibo outfit. You can get this earlier as an amiibo outfit, but if not, you have to like beat all the reversals. Hold on. Actually, do want to change my dress?
Check this out.
So why not? I feel like I'm like dragging this on a little bit long. I was hoping this wouldn't be a fucking hour-long video, but I guess it is. Where did the gong go? I lost track of the gong. Oh. And oh yeah, back on the Fractones, these guys are just hate everyone. They're total dicks. I can't show you them. Actually, I might be able to have them now. Hold on, let me like load the area first. Also, I think it's cool that they have, every time you go in, like, you have these like cutscenes showing where you are. Especially when you're going in the first time, they're really cinematic, and I enjoy them. Obviously, you can just skip them if you want, but you even get, like, there's a guy around here even comments on the fact, because he was like traveling down and he realized these guys are kind of like hate everyone. But like there's these guys like you have to tell, like, there's these guys like what do they call them? You know what? I'll just go see if I can find the album. Oh, no, not that. It would be down here more. Oh yeah, this is... Oh, I just didn't straight up take any pictures of this area when I was going through it. They're like bodyguards that, like, you have to, like, they basically just tell you to get out. And if, like, you see that thing, that's like a force field that, like, if you throw things, it'll make a path, but you have to, like, in order to activate them, those guys are, like, saying, like, you have to pay those guys a toll in order to do it, but, like, he's, like, they're getting mad at you. Chunks for fight pass. Like, they're just very quiet and, like, very annoyed in general. See what this guy says. Scam. Divine. Like, just stuff like that is just really funny. I'm not gonna go all the way over there right now.
Should we teleport?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm just, like, I don't have much to say. Like, other than why, like, I just think, like, a bunch of little details in this game are good. Like, so fucking good and add so much. This one actually is probably my second favorite area. Next to the disco hall. It's just, like, really relaxing. I guess there is the racing layer that has Diddy and Dixie, and I will say, like, with that layer, when I went in, this is, like, where you get these things where you can just soar. When I went in to that layer, like, or, like, there was a minigame you have to do, or technically don't have to, but, like, there's a minigame in there, like, with Donkey, you race Rambi, and it just felt like I was, like, playing Donkey Kong 64 again. Like, there's so many little things about this game that just feel like straight up a rare game. And there's just, like, so many little details. Like, he has, like, 3 or 4 different animations just when you're standing. And that goes for each transformation as well. Like, and every character has some sort of little idle animation. Like, you can see those guys. Those guys are, like, you give them Amiibos to. And I think, like, they do, if you look long enough, they'll, like, look down at each other or something. Or not. Maybe they were before. Maybe because I'm not close enough? Oh, yep. There we go. Like, that's pretty cool that they'll just react more when you get closer. I guess I'll quickly go over to the racing layer. But yeah, like, also, like, every level has Cranky in it somewhere. I'm gonna mention this in just a little bit more. But basically, what's really cool is the whole build up to K. Rool. Like, because it's not, I should have mentioned this while I was talking about the reactions, but it's like, not just the fact that he did not come out of nowhere. Like, he was very strongly into that in multiple ways. But yeah, you got, like, and these guys both do their idle animations, like, from the Donkey Kong Country games, which is also really neat. I should also mention that Donkey Kong, if you go into, like, a hot or cold area, they will both him and Pauline will react negatively. Like, either shivering or, burning up. Like, she'll eventually, like, blow bubblegum. And I think do air guitar as well. I'm trying to, like, see if she does it now. Or at least one of them, because I don't really... I know he was just doing, juggling, but... There he goes again. Do you wanna... Maybe this isn't too close? Like... Why is she not doing that? I don't know why Diddy Kong's more likely to do his idle pose than Dixie. She's just straight up not doing it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Bruh. Alright, dude, you're an asshole. Alright, where is... Oh yeah, one of the funny things about this stage is you can actually just skip the entire thing. Like, you don't have to do the minigame. You can just, like, if you just, like, fly over, you can just get to that trophy, and that's where, like, the portal to the next area is. Where is... Cranky again. I thought Cranky was up here for some reason. I don't remember... I mean, this is whatever. I think he's somewhere else, now that I think about it, but whatever. Where is the bong? She's not gonna fucking do anything like I was hoping to show off. I swear on my life she, like, sips a drink if you stand there long enough. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to this layer. Like, this is my, like I said, my favorite layer. I just, like, really love the music. The music sounds good. The fact that it's just, like, popping and, like, you can change the music and have them sing and do that. Also, look at the way the camera's reacting, like, compared to the other stages where they're showing the intro. Like, it's just, like, actually bouncing along with the music. Oh, also... that was the other thing I wanted to show. Hold on. So, right over here, this is where Cranky is. What I love and what makes this feel like, you can't... Okay, so, like, for reference, this door... And the door over on the... There's another door on the left over here. You can't access that when you first come through here. For spoiler... I mean, this is a whole spoiler alert. But basically, you don't actually have Pauline the first time you get through there. Because you basically get put in a cage and you have to break out. That's not even the longest part. But you have to go find a way to get Pauline back. Because she was, like, eaten by a brainwashed... big eel. Who apologizes after, but you can't actually access it the first time, and the fact that felt like such a classic rare remove that he'll just be here mocking you. Like, it's just like made me think like, oh my god, is this just like, am I just like, is somebody on the old rare team like just playing this game right now, or like did they design this game, work on this game? Also, the puzzle with this is kind of funny too, because you have to basically break this off and use it to throw here, but you can't do that normally. You need the elephant in order to do that. And he's like bragging, oh, you can't break this off. Also, is this the right room? I don't know why this one's closed every time until you do that, but yeah. There's the amiibo people, but, like, they also are the curators for this museum. There's just, like, all the fossils in the game. Like, look at that. It's me. Oh, yeah, and Cranky Kong. Oh, yeah, by the way, the story, like, after you basically Cranky and Poppy, the lady, they both quit Void Co. If that wasn't obvious. And you pay them money. There's a little mission after you come back here a second time where you have to, after you beat the game, you have to pay him in order to remake the speakers, or build the speakers back up. I'm gonna say even. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, after I was gonna, like, stream, like, reactions on this Tuesday, but, like, after I got 100%, I just felt, like, so bitter, like, such a huge wave of bittersweetness, like, this, I was, like, literally, like, ready to cry at the end. Like, I was crying, like, when I realized how close to being done I was. Like, this game has been such an emotional trip for me because of the story, but also just because of, like, how well designed it is. But it's not even just that. Like, this feels like, this is what I wish Rare, like, this is what, like, I was never huge on Donkey Kong when I was growing up. I didn't start playing Donkey Kong Country. I didn't play the first game until I was in college in, like, 2010 or 2011. I don't remember the exact date. But, like, I was literally in college when I first played that. I was in college when when I beat it. I first played Donkey Kong, didn't play 64 until college either, and I didn't even beat that until, like, 2014 or 2015. Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, I didn't play DKC 2 until, like, 2015, and I didn't even play through the third game until, like, 2018 or 2019. And then I still haven't played Tropical Freeze, and I didn't even play Returns until earlier this year. So, like, I wasn't, like, growing up with Donkey Kong games when Rare was in their prime. But I was growing up with Rare when it was in prime. And I think anyone who's known me for a while knows that I started speedrunning from Banjo-Tooie. Because that's still one of my favorite games ever. And then I also, like, you know, I played Diddy Kong Racing when I was a kid. I had that as a kid. So, like, that was probably the biggest, most Donkey Kong game I've had for the longest time. I had played for the longest time. I'm probably forgetting something. Like, of course, I definitely played the arcade games. And there's probably something else I'm forgetting at the moment. Obviously, it doesn't, you know, obviously Donkey Kong's been in a lot of Mario games. Like, Mario technically is a spin-off of the Donkey Kong series, in a way. Obviously, you know, a lot public perception and the way things worked out with development and such, Mario became the more popular icon, but, like, Donkey Kong's the most popular, like, one of the most popular characters because of the arcade game. But, like, my point, you know, I'm rambling a little, but, like, my point is, like, as someone who, like, was in the prime fall, and, like, while I loved, like, Rare when they were on the Microsoft, when, like, you know, I ran nuts and bolts and such, like, it was still kind of depressing that, like, we weren't getting any, like, collectathons, especially from Rare. Rare was just not the same. And I mean, there was that whole period, honestly, there was just a whole period where, like, people were just not making collectathons as much. After, like, the 2000s, like, I think part of it was because of DK64, but, like, I'm trying to, like, think, and it's hard to think of any game I would really classify as a collectathon throughout, like, the 2000s or early 2010s that isn't Mario. Like, I'm sure there's some, but, like, it's not coming to mind. Like, after a certain, I think it was, like, mid to late 2000s, up until, like, the mid to late 2010s is when it was just, like, there was a huge gap, because, like, I do remember PlayStation had a couple, like, Jak and Daxter, and, like, obviously the Crash series, but, like, you know, even back then, Crash was, like, just not, you know, there was, like, I know, I'm not a huge Crash guy. I only played the original trilogy and the racing games, but, like, you know, I know that they had, like, a lot of downward, like, you know, a down period where, like, the games just weren't hitting people as much. But, like, it just, like, this game felt like what could have been. Like, we could, like, this is, like, when people say they miss Rare, this game is why. Like, this feels like a Rare game. And just, like, I've missed that kind of thing, the feeling of that. Even if this isn't a Rare game, obviously. Obviously, this is not a Rareware game, because it's not developed by Rareware, it's made by Nintendo, but you can very clearly feel the influence that Rare has had on this game. It's extremely hard to deny. Every time you collect a banana, I can't do it right now, he literally says, "Oh, banana." They literally the Donkey Kong 64, like that sound you hear every time you collect a banana, and there are hundreds of bananas, like 1,000, like 900, like 700 you can collect, and then 1,000 you can buy, like a couple of more hundred you can buy, like. And yeah, I don't. Obviously, this isn't a perfect game. There are still issues I have with it, like the zebra dash, like the zebra rehearsal. I swear it's not just zebras, but there are a couple issues. The hide and seeks are not really that great, like missions, but like there's so much, and there's so many little like funny little things that go on in the game, like little nods to the old Rareware. Like, I mean, this is just a straight up reference to Donkey Kong Country 3. K. Rool has, I don't know if I can show it here. I don't know. I can't. I don't think I have a picture of it, but I was it was in the reaction footage earlier. He has the Donkey Kong Country 3, like that robot as his to fly with. We have references to all the Donkey Kong Country games. These are like from the series, and like more. Even Returns and I think Tropical Freeze both have references. I couldn't say where the Tropical Freeze reference is, but that pig is from Returns. It's just like, it feels like such a return to form to that era. Also, one thing I didn't point out, like, you just get gold if you like smash a bunch of things, and there's even like bananas for it. But like, there's even, like, some of the Rareware bullshit, like, that kind of thing, like, to collect things, like, I don't know, it's just, like, it's hard to think, like, especially when, like, I come to realize there's probably not gonna be another game like this for a while, especially, like, you know, and it's also part of why it was making me so emotional, is just, you know, everything that's been going on, both with society, I mean, and my life. It's just, this game was just, it just spoke to me so much, and I'm like already tearing up thinking about it. I had to mute the game because like this music is like actually one of my favorite songs in the game, and it just, like, I was like, there was a time like other night where I was just sitting here with this in the background, like a couple of weeks, like earlier this week or maybe even last week, and I was just like tired, almost crying because of how much emotionally it was just, you know, I'm just like looking around, like, and there's just like graphically there's just so much beauty in this. Like, I know this apparently was originally in a Switch 1 game, and they just basically brought it up to the Switch 2 because you know, people, like, they realized, like, they would have been able to do so much more in the Switch 2. Like, this is, like, really beautiful. I just, like, there's so many times where I just sat there taking in the sights, and especially when I'm, like, playing a game, I mean, I try to do it, but, like, you know, sometimes it just, like, feels like I'm almost forcing myself to. This time I was just doing it because I wanted to. Like, there's these guys are adorable. Like, I took pictures, like, look at this. That's so pretty. Yo, what's up, Jack? You missed my reaction earlier. I have it in a video, and I actually put it on YouTube, but, like, I'm just, like, on the verge of tears just talking about, like, how much this means to me as someone who grew up with Rare. Link me to YouTube. Yeah, actually, I could probably just link you now. It's still playing. Give me a sec. But, like, this is the part I was talking about where, like, I was just straight up, like, crying in my room. Hold on, we're gonna cut this, or not cut this, we're gonna paste this here. I'll try to timestamp it later, but, like, it should be pretty obvious where it is. Like, there's, like, a good, like, 40-50 minutes where I'm just, like, like, going through my reactions that are recorded. I mean, but there's just so much fucking beauty in this game. Like, look at, like, oh my god. I just, like, took a picture of the final moment of me fucking throwing down, like, throwing K. Rool into the stratosphere, like Team Rocket. And, like, of course I was taking pictures here of this moment. It's, like, this moment oh, wait, I didn't record the eye in this, but, like, I was just, like, so, like, crying so hard. Like, he looks so good. Like, I can't think of I don't know how they're going to top this. Also, this was one thing, like, I wanted to point this out because I forgot. This made me wonder if they were just, like, trying to decanonize DKC3. But, like, they just have so many nods. Like, it turns out, no, obviously not, because, like, the Chaos Robot is here. But, like, there's just so many nods to the series, previous series. It just feels like such a genuine love letter to not only the Donkey Kong franchise, but just to Rareware in general. Like, look at, like, they have Bramble Bush. I'm gonna say one thing about the retro tracks, the retro stages, like, they're fucking beautiful, and the stages they've picked were great for the retros, but, like, I also would have liked, I kind of, like, sort of wished they would have at least, like, did one Donkey Kong Country stage. But, like, I didn't even realize, like, I actually had struggled to find this for a while in this stage, because it's, like, I didn't think about just, like, jumping up there with the chunk. So, like, a friend had to tell me, I think, because I was, like, trying to find it for a while. But also, one thing I want to show, like, look at the TV. That's a reference to the fucking the K. Rool and the Banjo-Kazooie trailers. Just the fact that they included that is so fucking cool to me. Also, this is, like, a lot of stuff from the older room, but, like, there's some new stuff. Like, that picture frame over there with the, you know, the 4 characters that reappear, the Kongs. Like, from beginning to end, like, it's just such a cinematic masterpiece. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but I literally spent, like, the first, like, hour here, just in the first room, literally just punching everything, because it was so satisfying to punch things. Like, I literally had to stop myself, and that's one of the things I was talking about earlier with ADHD, is why I had to stop myself. Like, it's like a little bit hard as someone with ADHD, OCD, etc., because I have an explicit urge to, like, punch a bunch of things and collect everything. And I just, you know, you're not, like, you'll just be here forever if you do that. Odd rock, more like odd cock. Title drop. Why did I record this one? I guess this was really pretty. This is really pretty, actually. Maybe that was why I recorded? I don't know. Maybe I did an accident. This one was stumping me for a bit, I remember. This banana. But, like, listen to this music. I didn't get too much in the music, but, like, I've seen people complain that the music is too atmospheric. I don't think it is, and I'm very curious of people who say that, like, what they mean by atmospheric. Or if we're, like, thinking different definitions. Like, I want to say, Jack, you were someone who was seeing in the chat talk about that. But, like, when I think of atmospheric, I don't, like, obviously this is a remix, so this doesn't count. But, like, I don't think, like, I think some of this stuff is, oh, this is the minecart stage. And I will say, like, I love this one, but, like, also, this could have been replaced with a Donkey Kong Country 3 stage, because I've seen this one referenced a little too much, and I think maybe it's because I kind of came quickly off of replaying Donkey Kong Country, or Returns, which, I mean, I thought Donkey Kong Country Returns was decent. I wouldn't put, I don't know, there was just something about it that just, like, I wouldn't put it on my top 10 well, there's only a lot of Donkey Kong Country games to play. I don't know, there's something about it that I wouldn't say is, like, my favorite. But, like, I think this music is memorable, because, like, when I think of, like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, like, let me see. Do I see? Does he say it? Like, everything that Cranky says when you talk to him is, like, something that can apply to both Void and K. Rool. And I think that just shows how fucking good the character design is for K. Rool and Void. Like, this made me hope and think. Like, he had to have been talking about K. Rool with this. Like, but it's just the way he talked about it, because, like, it applied to either one. And it's just, I really like the Voids, the Voidco. I think they're really well-designed characters, and this is part of why. Like, they can apply to K, like, so much about Void himself can apply to both K. Rool and, let me see if I can find a picture of Void here. I don't know why I have this picture of you. Anyways, I just have, like, random pictures. I was like, oh shit, Jack has an... I think it was because I was like, oh shit, you got a Mario Kart world. Oh yeah, this was a funny shot. You're famous. What was I saying? More like Mad Dixer. Character designs. I don't even remember what I was saying now. I just, like... There's just so much about this game I love, like... And, like, I honestly will miss it, like... Oh, the music! That's right! When I, like, back to the environmentalism thing, or environmental music. Like, when I think of environmental music, I don't think about, like, the music that's in this game. Like, I mean, I guess it is, sort of, but, like, the thing when I think of environmental or whatever, atmospheric is the right word. That's what I was thinking of. Like, when I think of atmospheric music, I don't think of something that's memorable, and I think a lot of this music is memorable. Like, Canyon, I could probably still think about, like, the one I was playing earlier, the Freezer level, you know, the shot when you're in, like, the lagoon, like, not lagoon, well, lagoon music is pretty memorable. The hilltop layer when you're in, like, the shop area, that music's pretty memorable. Feast layer is pretty memorable, like, etc. Like, I won't say, like, I think the thing is, like, their music, I feel like it's punchy, is the best way to describe it. Because when I think of, like, atmospheric music, I think of, like, fucking Breath of the Wild, or, like, Pokemon New Snap, where it's not memorable or even, like, grating at times. I mean, New Snap's music absolutely got grating. Like, I literally haven't, like, done 100% it just because of how annoying the music was. Like, it's not bad music, but it's just so forgettable and it got irritating. I cannot say anything remotely the same about the music in this game. Like, it's just so well made. Like the fact that they sing, you have different remixes for these. Like, they sing for, like, they have different remixes for singing in that. And then there's also when is this over here? No, it's over here. Wait, no, it's not over here. Is it? No. Where's the fucking shop bed? Oh, it might be right there. No, not there. It's the other side. There it is. Like, there's a remix. There's the main songs, and then there's, like, the one that has, like... You can't actually hear it, because they don't have the radio. But there's, like, radio playing, like, when you go to these getaways that have, like, our old record player, and there's a certain remix for that. And then there's, like, with all the fucking little groove tones singing. I don't know, dude. Like, this is a game, like, where I'm just gonna remember for a long time, and, like, I wish I could experience it for the first time again. Like, there are very few games, like, I can say that about. Like, I might have even had said that about Banjo-Tooie, like, but it's been, like, 20 years. Maybe, like, Pokemon Heart Gold or, like, The World Ends With You. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's like I could do challenge runs. Like I one thing I will say, I kind of wish there was a new game run plus run where you have everything, like all the skills unlocked from the start, or ability to unlock them from the start. Maybe have it so you still have to go and get the actual transformations, but like you have, or even like start with the transformations. I don't know, but like a broken mode, new game plus mode. Like of course I can like either speedrun it or like do a challenge mode run, and like maybe down the line I'll do a challenge mode where like no transformation, no bananas or something. I don't know, but like, or playthrough I should say, not a run. But like it's not the type of game like I can imagine myself wanting a speedrun, and I don't just mean that because like, I mean a part of it's because of the movement. Like as much as I love the movement in casual standpoint, I love doing it. It's satisfying and everything. I've seen some of the tech. It, like, some of the skips look pretty fucking annoying to do, and I don't know if I would want to do them. And they're not, like, skips that are, like, glitches. They're, like, literally just, like, they're very clearly intentional. But not even just that, like, I feel like this is the type of game where I wouldn't want to rush through. Like, there is so much dialogue, so much story. It's not just the movement I love about this game. It's the story, it's the collecting, it's the... Like, obviously, I guess I could do true ending speedrun, but, like, it's not... It's, like, the music, it's the atmosphere, it's the game, the story, like... It's just so much about this game I love, and I can't imagine myself, like... I feel like speedrunning that would take it away, partially. I just... I don't know. I'm gonna miss this game. Oh my god, I wanted to say this before the end. Like, that was supposed to be the last thing I say. But I totally forgot until just now, is, like, the timeline thing. Because the big question is... Because I've seen some theories about this. Like, I was hoping to go into this, when does this take place? And what does this do for the timeline of the game series? And this is one thing I will say I love and don't love about it. Because what I don't love, or at least I didn't love it at first, I didn't like... Because if you go to the end of the game, like, it's very clearly supposed to be take place before Odyssey. And this is very clearly supposed to be real Pauline. Also, spoilers, if you get up to 100,000 bananas, and it's a very small thing, so, like, the true ending of the game, where's the picture of it? I have to scroll way far down. The true ending of the game, you get this picture. I felt the post-game ending... Okay, well... This is a spoiler chat, Jack. Just mute for like 1 minute. There's two small things, and I'll quickly go over them. Just look away if you don't want to be spoiled. The true ending picture, and the true ending picture changes. So like all the characters show up as opposed to just Donkey Kong. All like the little NPC characters. And also when you fall off, or like the balloons change from just the red to the Donkey Kong face. That's all I wanted to say, and I think that's a really cool little touch. Maybe they could have added a little bit more, but I think it was really funny they did that. But like, as far as the timeline goes, back to the timeline, like, I was not happy at first that this very clearly... Because I was thinking, going in, maybe they're going to reveal that this is actually Pauline's daughter or granddaughter or something. Very clearly not hinting towards that. Even at the end of the game, like the rehearsal hall, she basically sings a tune. Oh, that's another thing. This, I didn't even realize, this is a remix of the Donkey Kong Arcade first stage theme. And they make it very clear at the end of one of the last cutscenes of the game. And that's just such a cool touch. But back on that, like, they basically made it clear that this is the same Pauline. And I just felt like that was really stupid at first. But then I was, like, thinking about it and looking into it. It makes a lot of sense. And granted, Nintendo might just retcon this because they're fucking stupid. Because they're already trying to do that whole thing where they're making, like, oh, Peach and Mario are just friends, LOL. Which is fucking stupid. But, like... it just had all the energy of, like, historians talking about a gay couple. Is the best way I can put it. But, you know, I don't want to go too much into that. But what I will say is one thing that makes very much sense is when you think about it, if it makes a lot more sense if you when you come to realize that this Donkey Kong, this Pauline, and Mario himself, the man himself from, all the games after the Donkey Kong series are not the same the same characters as the arcade characters. Like, obviously we knew for a while that Donkey Kong was different from the Donkey Kong in arcades. Like, Cranky Kong's the Donkey Kong from the arcades. That's been pretty well established. He makes it clear in this game too. But this game never came even a thought to me, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with this. They didn't even think about the possibility that Pauline was not actually Pauline in the Donkey Kong games. And they're two different characters. Because she does reference her grandmother a lot in this game. If you go to the beds in the gateway, she talks about her and hell, even when you're going down the holes sometimes, it's very clearly that she is not the same. They make it. They try to it's very just the fact of that, it's just makes so much more sense of why this is a precursor to Odyssey. Also, another thing is, there's a thing where people are saying monkeys age faster than humans, they grow into adults faster than humans, so that explains why Donkey Kong is obviously a full-grown adult, or adult-ish, at the very least, quote-unquote a teen. Whatever, whereas Donkey Kong, Pauline is a teenager, so timeline-wise, it would probably be Yoshi's Island, or I guess the Donkey Kong arcade games, Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Island DS, or I guess Yoshi's Island and it would be Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Island DS, and just the whole Yoshi series would probably be taking place next after the Donkey Kong arcade series, and then the Donkey Kong Country games and the 64 as well, and then this game, and then the entire Mario franchise series. The only thing where that doesn't fit are the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. Oh, they sort of fit, but from what I remember hearing, the second game, Donkey Kong's weirdly attracted to Pauline or something, but they could probably retcon that. And also at this point, Pauline's an adult in that game. Another thing that makes it very clear that Donkey Kong, Pauline might not be the same Pauline, is the fact that they call this the lady's dress. Not Pauline's dress, not classic dress, lady's dress. And this is these two outfits are the outfits she had on in the arcade game, the first arcade game. This one being on the cabinet itself, and this one being in the sprite in arcade. Also, LOL, Splatoon 2, Marina, and Pearl outfits. But yeah, it's just, that makes so much more sense. It's just, I kind of fuck with it, the timeline now. I'm fine with this. But I just, the story of this game, it just made me so happy that the story, it feels, what I love about the story about this game is it feels there's actual character development for developed characters, and the story matters if you ran with the series. Obviously not every character develops, most of a character development is Pauline herself, but it's just, even that, Void Kong, it's not just, new, the fact that it's not, just new characters that are developing, and, their stories matters, they have references to older games, continuity, perfectly explaining why K. Rool was absent for, 2 games in IRL time, over a decade, without making it feel forced. There's so much, I love about the story in this game, and it makes me realize, it's just such a shock because Nintendo hates doing this with Mario, and I think a lot of this is just because of new blood that they're letting run these games now. So while it's going to be bittersweet, because eventually, like, you know, Miyamoto, Sakurai are eventually going to retire or die first. Whichever comes first, I think, like, you know, I can make a commentary how, like, some of these people, especially Sakurai, are too much workaholics for their own good, but, like, it's just, like, I'm excited for that, like, new blood to, like, because they are just doing a lot of things that the older generation of, like, developers don't do. And I think that's one of the things, like, I love about Nintendo and I hate. I think someone put it best. I saw a Twitter message, like, this is such a wonderfully depressing game. Because you don't get stuff like this, where new blood is working alongside and being mentored by older, like industry veterans and most other companies, especially with the way the gaming industry is now, because you're lucky to keep a job in America if you're as a game designer. They're all too willing to just, like, throw you out before the game even comes out, like the executives and such. So the fact that, like, this game goes against that grain, and obviously Nintendo has problems, like, you know, with morality, like, there's piracy, stance on piracy is utter dog shit, etc. But, like, it's just, like, they do so much right that it's just depressing to think that no one else is doing it like this and has this big of a stake in the company, or, like, a stake in the gaming industry. Like, you could probably make the argument that, like, Sega or Capcom or, like, some other Japanese companies are, but, like, I don't know. Like, I think Sega might be the closest thing. But, like, no one's doing it like Nintendo. No, they do. You're right. They do, and I know there was a whole thing about that, but the thing is that that's also from my understanding, I could be wrong, that could be exclusively an issue with, like, happening towards Americans. And I think a lot of the reasons why Nintendo is doing, like, mentoring their younger workers instead of, like, their older, like, throwing them out of the bus is because of Japanese labor laws. So that might also be part of the reason. So, like, obviously you can't give all the credits for Nintendo, but my main point isn't to glaze Nintendo, because yes, obviously they're worker friendly than most of their 90% of other gaming companies. But like you said, like, the thing they do, they have some shady things about them. But they also are, as far as I know, they care for their the workers, the non-contractor workers, and they're pretty inclusive, as far as I've heard. Very inclusive for their company, like LGBTQ, whatever stuff. And I mean, it's just like, you don't get stuff like that, like where you have contract worker companies respecting their workers nearly as much as Nintendo does in America for Western companies. I don't know. It just makes me wish our living conditions were better, or working conditions, job conditions, etc. weren't getting worse. But, like, it's just like, this is just like, this kind of game, like, coming out, it just feels like a beacon of hope. Like, maybe someday this can be the norm, or even the what are they called? The bar, not even the bar, like, this is this is considered the moderate, like, I don't know if I say even the moderate. Like, where you can get a world where their working conditions aren't even, like, the best. And there are others that are better. Like, that's the type of world that I would hope for. And I feel like this kind of company is a beacon of hope for it. If that makes any sense. I don't know. My throat's starting to hurt. It's been 2 hours. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say. I might try to highlight, or not highlight this. I'm gonna, like, make sure this is, like, I'm gonna probably try to, like, make sure, like, this is timestamped on YouTube. Maybe, like, just turn this into an actual upload instead of actually upload it instead of just leaving this in a live feed. but I just really wanted to spend a couple hours gushing about this game. I actually thought I was hoping this would only be like 20-30 minutes, to be honest, but like, that didn't end up happening, so whatever. This has been a really fun stream. I'm gonna cut off the YouTube portion though, for now. So like anyone's watching on YouTube, thank you so much, for if you actually watch this. Please buy this game if you can. I think this alone, in addition to Mario Kart World, is a system seller. I know there's not a lot of Switch 2 games out. There are like 5 or 6 that are Switch exclusive. I know people saying, oh, 2, just Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. No, there's more. I mean, Jesus Christ, I was just playing Fast Fusion on stream. That's a 3rd one. There's Survival Kids and, there's another one. Something else. I don't fucking remember. There's Survival Kids, though. But the point is, there's more games coming out. This alone should sell systems. So I urge you to, like, there's gonna be more, but like this alone should be enough of the justification to buy this game. I would say. You disagree with me? Whatever. I don't care. Your opinion is wrong because it's not mine. No, just kidding. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Let me just stop rambling. I'm gonna cut it off on YouTube here. Thank you guys for watching. I will might not stream this game as much, but like I do stream a wide variety of games. Hopefully, near in the future, I do speedrunnings, etc. So like, just follow my YouTube or my Twitch. But yeah, thank you. Bye. Okay, that was a bye to the YouTube. The Twitch, I don't know. I was also gonna...